Hello and welcome. My name is Tigrilla Gardenia and I am your nature-inspired leadership mentor and a world ambassador for plant intelligence. Now let me tell you something about me. I have a kind of strange journey. It's polyethnic childhood. My degree is actually in music and electrical engineering, and I went straight into the corporate world after college. I worked with big companies like Microsoft and Real Networks, bringing audio and video to the masses. Probably the technology that we're using here today is based somewhat on the work that I did. But as much as I loved the corporate world and as much as I loved working for these big companies, I really had a need to follow my own spiritual path. And I left the corporate world to go into event production, producing large transformational dance parties that had a more spiritual focus. It also was the place where I started to study and eventually became a teacher of Kabbalah and of sacred geometry. And I should also tell you, I used to co-own a circus. Yep. The circus life was definitely for me. And what I loved about the circus life was that it allowed me to step outside of the confines of what is normal to really explore new forms of expression, especially using the creative arts. Now, I left the United States years ago on a tour with Cirque du Soleil and ended up in Europe where I eventually got off tour. I specifically taught mainly around Kabbalah and sacred geometry. These were my two areas, and that brought me to Damanhur. If you've never heard of Damanhur, Damanhur is one of the largest spiritual eco-communities in the world, an amazing place with these underground temples called the Temples of Humankind. And here is where I fell in love with the plant world. I listened to their music using a little device called the music of the plants, and like Alice, fell straight down the rabbit hole into the entire world of the plant intelligence. What do plants think? Why are they thinking it? What are they doing? And more importantly, how do I connect and communicate with them? This course, ReConnect with the Plant Kingdom, is the culmination of all those years of study. I have put so much into this. I have put biomimicry, which is our ability to look to the natural world and to emulate them, to mimic them for the series of products and services. I have put all of my spiritual teachings around life and death and alchemy. I have put all of my work and understanding into plant intelligence, into how is it that plants create relationships and ecosystems and connect beyond distances. This is probably the only course that includes science, spirituality, and the arts to really allow you to step into a new form of logic, to learn from plants as mentors, as models, and more importantly, as measure. So in these 7 modules of this course, you are going to learn how to amplify your perceptions, how to step into new levels of relationships, and more than anything, how to heal yourself, the ecosystem in which you're a part of, and the greater planet, to become more resilient to change and to co-evolve alongside others consciously and naturally. So if you resonate with me, if you resonate with these teachings, I want you to click right now and enroll. You are going to have an amazing voyage with all the different types of species and beings that exist in the plant kingdom. So, are you ready to join the voyage? Let's see you on board.